had already done, like you mentioned, the mainstream training, a lot of weightlifting, endurance as well. Um, and prior to me doing that, I trained by myself because I wanted to improve my sprinting times. Um, I got to a certain point, and that's when I figured, okay, in order for me to continue going, I need to train with someone, compete, and everything. So I found this local gym. I trained with the coach there, but the more I trained with him, yeah, sure, I got bigger muscles. I got higher numbers in my squat. I was able to eventually squat 500 pounds at 155 body weight.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm getting really strong. So I thought in my mind, okay, I'm gonna get a lot faster now. Well, come time, the time comes for training on the track, and I do feel like I can last a lot longer, but uh, I wasn't actually going faster. I would average maybe 13 to 14 seconds in training for the 100 meters. When beforehand, my best was 11.8. So then some time passes, I get a little bit of an injury on my shins when during a competition. And well, all the times that I got were getting slower and slower. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to step back from that and train by myself because like that's what had worked originally for me. Well, I kept training, but I guess the no pain, no gain mentality, the grind set stayed with me from that other coach, and I eventually get hurt on my SI joint. I was doing squats, and then like I just heard a loud pop, so I just dropped the weight down, and it was very terrifying because I almost fainted. I thought I was getting like a stroke or something because my
Mhm.
vision was getting all blurry. I was like, I was going away.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my brothers had to come in, and I grabbed onto their shoulders, and I couldn't really stand on my own. I couldn't walk. I was just like tiptoeing, holding on to them. And I couldn't really do anything for about a month and a half or so. So then that's when I decided, you know what? I had already researched your channel, your training before, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. You mentioned about the uh, not lifting weights and going like the natural approach, training the fascia to get faster and everything. Plus, there was also a lot of testimonials of people saying how they got better from their injuries, and I thought, well, perhaps he can help me with my injury. Well, I started doing the training with you, and at the beginning, uh, I was like, I guess your typical client, not really feeling anything on in the hamstrings or the glutes or much less the core.
Right.
But after about 2 weeks, my SI joint felt a lot better. I was able to now bend over and carry things. I didn't go too crazy, just like just the things I had to carry at work, right? Um, and over time, I started feeling more and more of the hamstrings around week 5 or so. That's when I felt this surge going up into my hamstring area. I was like, oh, that was a lot more intense than I expected. So then I just kept going and going, and then eventually around week 7 or 8, I felt my glutes starting to activate. Um, and over time, it was just switching back and forth between my hamstrings and my calves, and then the arc, and then my glutes, and just back and forth. It wasn't like a one way thing that it just goes up.
Right.
I guess that was like my experience with the training. And over time, I started to we started to implement the sprinting. So unfortunately, I didn't have access to a track because the one that was available was actually being remodeled. Uh, but I was able to go to parks and just run around there, and I felt like this ease of running. I felt like I could last a lot longer, and I was like amazed because, well, I wasn't really training for endurance, yet I got that stamina to just keep going. And
Right.
then I wasn't able to like time it because again the park the trails are a little curvy, so it's not really a straight line. Um, but the feeling I got from sprinting is like I felt faster. I felt stronger. I felt lighter. Uh, yeah, that has been my experience with this training, and well, I really look forward to continue and see where it takes me.